What?
Jesus.
Oh my lord.
You know what I mean? I mean, you hear it all
I
the
was about
time.
to say it when you said it, I was going to be like, Jesus.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
probably said a lot.
Y'all need Jesus.
I have that shirt, and I think it's funny that I have it in Sweden, not really this country.
Alright, so today we got Braden, our normal
Hello.
guest. And we got a special guest, we'll call him B-Man.
What up, B-Man?
Or Mario.
Mario's fine.
Mario.
Mario.
There we go.
It's a me, I'm Mario.
I don't know how the fuck
I
you got
know.
Mario. How did you get Mario? Like it
Friend
doesn't.
from high school. Or
doesn't-
no, a friend when we were in football in like 7th grade, he thought the coach was calling me Mario when he was calling me Marino. And then he was like,
He just
I'm
ruined
just
it,
going to stay with that anyway.
Yeah. That's your name.
He
That's
just
right.
stayed as Mario, so I was like,
Damn.
whatever.
Well, as a plumber, Mario's like our only superhero, so I dig it. I'm down.
When you dig it, you're down. Oh, man. I got a week and I go in for my operation, homeboy.
Yeah, no. Hey, what up, Uncle Dean? I
Have
actually
fun.
got to talk to. You can hear us, right? I don't. I just want me. Oh yeah, okay. It's working. Go ahead.
I'm just letting you know, I got about another 8 or 9 days.
I gotta talk to Justin about that.
Why don't you get one of those
About what?
fancy ones with the light?
Oh,
Some older.
because I don't know. Rudy's not fancy.
I see someone who lives.
Rudy's not what?
You ain't fancy.
Oh, you want me to be? I can get fancy on your ass now.
Someone lives across the way
Believe
from
me.
where we live. She has their window open, and I seen her doing like it had to be a TikTok, but she had like the whole
Round,
thing,
yeah, the little lighted
she's
mirror.
doing a little dance over there. I was like, oh, that girl doing some TikTok.
Tell you what, man, doing plumbing, I'll go into customers' houses and their living room will have like a stripper pole and like the badass fucking shell with the light on it set up for their phone. Like, yep, you're doing a
Hey,
OnlyFans.
people do what they do.
You know what I got this for?
Probably make more money an hour than I do.
So people can listen to you.
I know, but I got it for weed.
You got it for a weed.
A quarter of weed. Someone was like,
Oh,
"Oh, my
nice.
buddy's got one. You bring an extra quarter and he'll trade you."
That's
Bam.
cool.
There it is.
When I seen it, I was like, wow, he's getting all fancy.
Yeah, that's how I got that. So this here is you've never had this before. This
Yeah, what are we
is,
smoking?
La Creme or Sorbet number 4, the one that won the cup up there.
And why isn't the cup sitting here? It should be sitting here for
It's
every.
up there, and I just don't feel like putting it.
It
down.
should be there for every, all the time.
You should take that to your job interviews.
It should always
Look at the
be
cup in
here.
your arm.
Yeah, that doesn't make no.
Put
Actually,
that shit on there. This motherfucker crying. Put that shit on there.
Yeah, show it. When the show comes on, we should see a shot of
Were you
that.
part of? Were you part of?
I don't want to grab it,
getting
so I'm not
this
going to be the
cup?
guy who broke
I mean,
it.
he.
Were you
I
part of
mean,
getting this
I do my little part, but it's
And
him.
he got say to need to put that cup. He helped you with that cup.
Put a little trophy stand for it.
I mean, he's too modest.
Some
you
purple
know?
velvet,
You need to.
gold
Alright.
tassels.
Did you watch the end of the video?
No.
No. Okay.
Thanks for making it.
Wait, which video are you talking about?
When me and AJ argued with you, you're making pizza yesterday.
I told you I was making, and I've got one set up to be made today.
Ooh, what video are you talking about?
Make pizza for us
I see
tonight.
him.
He is.
Him.
Oh, I didn't see the end. No.
Okay.
Which one? When Braden gets himself a hooker?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, he.
Braden.
Let me tell
That
you
was a
this.
good-
I went to go
That was
to
a good
Bucharest Grill today.
When you got
This
him up.
guy got
Which
in
one?
his
The
car
term hooker
down
is a
in
funny
the
term
Livernois.
anyway.
I mean, on Livernois.
Only white guys use that
I
term.
can't believe how different it looks down there. I was
Well, should I
quite
say more?
impressed.
Yeah.
I liked it. I was like, wow, this is
They've
nice.
turned it. They've
No.
put a lot of
It's
small
nice.
shops.
He
over
hated
there.
my
But-
music, though.
Livernois.
Yeah, but you know what he was listening to on the
Nowadays,
radio?
I jam Russian pop, and he hates it.
Did you just say
what is it?
Russian?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you should have heard this
Pussy Riot.
in there. You should have heard this.
Some of this shit's in English.
singing.
Pussy
I
Riot.
was like, I don't know, but it was
That's
like
their big
I was like-
band.
It's
I
always
was
like,
Brady, you're killing me.
like it's
you're
like
killing
dancing.
me.
Yeah, is that?
And then, but then the way they were
There's a
listening,
song
and
where
then,
the only English
then
word is
I
sex,
heard
but there's
something
always
and I
like
was
Russian
that
rap,
doesn't
and then
sound
you hear the
Russian,
word
that sounds
sex
Ukrainian.
over and over.
So I played a Ukrainian.
And Russians and
song
Ukrainians are,
from-
basically
They're the same shit.
They have a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, that man will slant a different slant here and there, but basically they're the same people.
Oh, so I guess it is okay for Russia.
So the story behind that, the hooker was Russian.
No, it's not okay for Russia to be killing motherfuckers. No, that's not
But they
okay.
aren't the same people.
Yeah, fuck Russia.
But they're basically the same people.
They were once the same people.
Yeah.
There were once
I
Swedes.
mean, no, they were a bunch of smaller tribes.
So he said
Yeah, but I mean,
Ukraine gets the colors of their flag from the colors of the Swedish flag.
Yeah, that's how they got it.
what colors are
Vice
they?
versa.
What colors are they?
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow.
Go blue.
Like the good colors. Like go blue.
It's just blue and yellow. There's no white in there.
Nah.
It's just blue and yellow.
So Rudy, I saw a guy in Amsterdam with a Julius Peppers jersey on. It was a Michigan jersey, number 5, said Peppers on the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I walk up and I go, "Go blue!"
He
And
was
then he's
like,
like,
"Motherfucker, you
"What's
something
that,
like
man?" And in like some Dutch
I'm gonna
accent,
go
he's
blue.
like, "Oh yeah, okay, go blue."
Yeah. He didn't have an English accent.
Like, oh yeah, okay, go blue. He probably didn't even know it was Michigan.
Someone actually did that to me at the Tigers game because I had Michigan shorts on, and I'm like sitting there because I'm watching the game, and I hear "Go Blue" out the corner, and it took me a second. She'd already gone.
to realize
She was already
who she was
like,
talking
back
about.
here. I'm
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got it yelled when I was in Gamostan in Stockholm. If
I'm sick of
wearing
both
a
of these
blue
guys.
like this, I'm hearing.
They've been around the world. I'm
So
sick
the
of
three
you
of us
guys.
at your sister's
Well-
house in Chattanooga, we went to that breakfast, and the guy yelled "Go blue" to me, and I didn't even notice. So you guys had to tell me. You're like, "Hey, he's saying go blue," because I had the
Oh.
Michigan hat on, the Jordan hat.
Go blue.
So
Go blue.
he was in the Navy, third Navy. He was a Marine, so he traveled the world before.
Marine same
And then
difference
he-
Navy, isn't it?
No,
No. We're
They travel
different
together.
Navy, but we're Marines.
They
they're
travel-
from- that's the thing that's fucked
But
up.
they're together.
No, they're not.
They improvise,
Separate.
adapt, and overcome.
No, they're not. They have two
Marines
totally
hang on the
different
side of the
head
boat and
leads.
chip it.
They
No, what I'm saying is,
coordinate together. Yeah.
what I'm saying, I'm saying Navy ships carry them
yeah.
Yeah.
in the combat and
The
all
Navy
shit
guy
like
cleans the
that.
latrine that the Marine shits in.
Okay.
The Marine goes and kills whatever the fuck he
Anyways,
wants.
and then I traveled a lot.
Henry was a Marine.
Huh?
My friend Henry, he was a Marine.
Yeah.
Elvis Presley was too.
He died on
Yeah,
the
but he didn't see no combat. He didn't see no damn combat. That's for damn sure.
Maybe he did. That's why he's all fucked up.
I'm
Nah,
sure he
he
saw a
didn't.
lot of pussy though.
Did you know Nixon gave him a DEA badge and told him he could bust drug dealers?
That's awesome.
Did you know that?
While he was doing drugs.
Yes.
So he's probably ripping lines, telling the guy like, "I could turn you in right now if you don't just give me a good deal."
That's great.
Yep. Nixon made him an honorary, gave him a badge and everything.
I'm
No
sure he
shit.
showed all of his drug dealers his badge.
So he just goes steal their shit. No, because he didn't.
Well,
get
no,
killed.
he didn't do that.
He's Elvis, man. He didn't have to steal shit.
I mean,
It was typically not getting in
if he
trouble.
was speeding or something, police came up, he just flashed it. Okay, go on.
I mean,
Oh,
even then,
DEA.
they would fucking. It's Elvis.
But
He was one of the most famous people on the planet.
yeah, he wanted to be a drug
You
enforcer.
were alive
And-
when he was.
Huh?
Old as fuck.
You're the only person that was alive when he was alive.
I'm the only person. Yes, I was.
The only one on the planet.
Because he died in the 70s.
I
right?
remember the night it came on TV that Elvis was dead. Then the next day I read in a paper article that he died on the toilet.
Was it really like
Man,
because when Tupac died, it was shocking, but it was shocking in a way like you kind of knew it was going to happen.
But
You
Tupac wasn't shocking to me.
Was
Yeah,
Elvis
'cause
more
you knew he was
shocking to you
gonna
than
die.
Tupac?
Huh?
Was Elvis more shocking to you than Tupac?
No.
you knew
Was
he
John
was going to
Lennon
die
more
too,
shocking?
didn't you?
Now John Lennon was very shocking.
Yeah, I guess.
That was the most of all the entertainers that I know that died.
I
I
wonder
didn't give a shit about Michael
How did you
Jackson.
feel when Candy died?
why do you think the FBI
I was
wanted him
fucked
dead?
up. Everybody was fucked up. When the day they assassinated Kennedy, I was in elementary school, and when it came over the speaker, everybody started crying. I had never seen anything like it. And then they said we can go home. And on the way home, I could see people crying on the street, people in cars crying and shit. It was the
So
most.
I think just assassinations alone, your generation, my parents' generation, has had lots of devastating assassinations.
Yeah, and I think the government did
Well, the 60s
most
and
of them.
70s.
I think the government did most of them. They killed Kennedy because Kennedy was going to. Well, one of the reasons they killed Kennedy, he was going to release a lot of the UFO stuff, and they didn't want that. They told him not to. He said he was going to do it. Then 2 weeks
That's
later,
why
he
they
did.
socially killed Hillary.
And then they socially killed.
Now she eats babies.
Hillary had enough political life.
If you didn't start talking about it,
She had political
we
life.
would be eating babies right now.
That is hilarious.
Where'd baby mama go?
We gotta show them that picture.
Not
We
the
have
bar
a
of the
picture
week.
of Balthazar.
I think they were at the bar.
Oh, you didn't give it to him?
No, I don't have them on my Facebook.
You mean the real Bulbasaur?
No, there was that thing in
It's a
Bruges.
restaurant.
It was called. It was his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a famous guy. Or a famous family.
Yeah,
Back in the medieval
Belgium,
days.
Belgium family. I'll find it. I'll show you the picture.
Yeah,
of
back in the day.
In Bruges.
I know another guy with that last name.
Why did they kill his brother?
Kill his brother.
Kennedys.
Why'd they kill him?
Yeah.
Was that Sirhan? They killed him? I believe so.
Do they think he was going to be another fuck? Do they think he was actually going
I
to
mean, come on,
president?
man.
Come on, man.
They didn't want him to be president because he was going to do the same things that his brother was going to do. The FBI hated the Kennedy family.
Gonna get
period.
sung.
Well, they were
It was a
fucking...
restaurant in Belgium.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it was a restaurant.
Well, that's what he's showing me
Some
here.
of it-
It's
some of
something,
it.
some kind of
I
business.
can't tell it. No, because it says salad and pasta and.
Okay, then it's a restaurant.
And so you got to remember something too. That those are the first
That's it,
Catholics to hold
In
offices like that.
Belgium.
Nice. I think I saw it. They're what?
They were the first
I was
Catholics.
fucking with
Kennedy was the first Catholic
Okay, then
president.
Salad.
Why were Catholics not?
I thought it was a clothing because there was a bunch of
Everybody
clothing
goes
stores
through
over there
that.
when we
What?
walked through there.
Being secondhand or being not as good as the other one. Everybody
Right now
goes
it's
through
showing
it.
me-
The only people that don't pull out from it are
in
black
my
people.
backyard.
Everybody else
He gave me
pulls
his
out
Girl
from
Scout
it.
cookie he gave me as a clone, and look how fucking crispy that shit got in my backyard.
You should have got that fucking thing.
I want my
It was less
reparations.
than an ounce total on the
When
whole
we were in
plant.
That's
that
what I
place
want.
to look in the crystals.
I want my fucking reparations.
Magnifying glass.
Was
He's got stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alright.
Damn.
I know.
Well,
it
he's just got to
works.
be more on
Conscious.
If he's because he'll get going where you know how he
Yeah.
is. He'll go talking
Yeah, that's
about
how
shit.
we kept on driving down 94 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let's take it
Which is
back.
fine as long as you're the
There's
main
an hour into
conversation. If you're not the main conversation, then it's just kind of this
Yeah.
off
A
noise.
lot of chatter.
'Cause
With
it catches-
Braden.
Scattered
No,
chatter.
whoever's over there. It doesn't matter. It's not just Braden. People get high and they talk.
So I brought one too. This is the stuff you gave me. I'm
Okay.
not sure what it is.
Light it. I'm gonna be mad at you.
So now, when you're back at home, are you smoking like this? No. Right.
Not at all.
Are you smoking at all?
Yeah, but not so
Just a
much.
little bit every now and then.
I won't when I get
And it's not illegal.
It's illegal.
Oh, it's illegal over there.
It's more expensive and it's lower quality shit.
But when I go back, I won't be smoking. I'm gonna stop until I go to like Amsterdam or I come back to visit here.
Got you.
I'll tell you what though, driving through Amsterdam and driving from Sweden to Germany, I never saw one like border anything. Like that ferry was the only place where we saw customs people walking around, and theoretically they could do whatever they fucking wanted probably. But I never even saw them talking to anybody. The only time, so we saw cops everywhere we went. Like even the places that you would think would be bad neighborhoods, we saw cops. Except for I guess Christiana, there were no cops there.
There are bad neighborhoods over there?
Well,
You said bad neighborhood. I'm trying
like
to,
in the
I'm
red
trying
light
to
district,
envision
in the
that.
red light district, we're seeing cops and EMS walking around everywhere. Like it
Yeah, but,
felt
I
safe
mean,
as hell.
What's going on that they need more
The,
cops in
the
those
only
areas?
time I saw cops
In
interacting with
Amsterdam?
anybody was
It's
that
just
drunk
because
guy.
there's so much tourists right
And
there.
how's it in Sweden with the police?
So the only time we saw any cop
They walk
interaction,
around by the train stations and
Yeah, they have.
Bad.
They're all like the same.
they're not so bad.
Like you see, whatever city you're in, they all wear the same colors.
when we were in that
They're all
bar
the
for
same,
midsummer
everything.
on that island, you guys were telling me that those security guards
They don't
were cops.
harass you like they would here.
Yeah.
I was like, why do the security guards have uniforms and guns?
Only
You
if
guys
they're
were like,
really
because they're
drunk.
cops. There's a couple of cops hanging out in the bar.
They have a
okay.
TV station, like a channel, like how there's cops. There's actually like
Swedish cops.
almost SL like the train. They have it like watching like whose people are really drunk and the police have to go get them. And I like it because I'm like, oh, I know that stuff. Oh, I know that stuff. I know.
Oh,
that stuff.
they have cameras up.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
cameras.
they're monitoring.
Yeah.
So if you're really pissed drunk, you're gonna get shamed on that
They
show.
just,
The cops will probably get you to tell you have to leave, and usually they just take you and sober you up in the jail or whatever, and then they let you go the next day.
yeah.
They just sober you up.
They're like, we're gonna put you on TV. We're gonna make money off your likeness. We're gonna shame you a little bit.
Yeah, but here.
But you gotta see, some of the kids are like 18 that you can drink. So they go to a bar, like they went out, and most Swedes are like weekend drinkers. So that's when they're getting really shit-faced on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
So they'll have the kids who are like 18 and they went out. It's always interesting to take the train on a Friday and Saturday night, and sometimes Wednesday nights, because people are.
That's when it's happening.
Yeah, because that's when
They got work
that's
for
when they're
Wednesday. It's
louder.
like little Sunday or little Saturday.
They've been drinking,
That
so
way.
people are a little louder, and sometimes it's just funny to hear them get
Because
drunk out there.
normally they're very quiet. Like when you're in Sweden, people don't make eye contact. You're not like
On the train, they're quiet. No one's like probably in New York where they're blah, blah, blah.
you got people
But
talking.
on the
you don't
train,
have that dude in the fucking
you're
speakerphone.
talking. Everyone's got headphones in. Everyone's
Yeah.
minding their own business. Like with social distancing, you didn't have to tell Swedes to do social distancing because
It's automatic.
They already did social distancing.
When we were walking around at night after the bars, though, like you'd see the teenagers on those little bird bikes and shit, those little scooters.
Yeah.
You'd see like 2 of them piled on scooters, fucking hammered, trying to get their
Oh,
way
but they
home.
can't be hammered on there. They get caught by the.
That's drunk driving.
Yeah, it's drunk driving. Even if you're riding a bike.
Yeah.
So that
There's
night,
just easy. So
that
much
first
easier
night I went
ways
to bar
walk.
with Danny on Gutland,
Huh?
we saw a table full of girls that I'm like, they are all too young, and he's like, yeah, they're probably 15. That's all they have to be. And then when we walked out, I saw the same group of girls like holding
They
each
don't have
other's
to be
hair,
15.
puking their brains out like in
18
an alley
is the
next to the
legal
bar.
drinking age, and
They look so fucking young to me. Maybe
they were probably
just old.
18.
Yeah, at 5 in the morning when the bars are walking around hammered.
Yeah, but that's what you do in Scotland during the summer. Like right now, that shit's happening.
I remember asking
Not right now.
I see
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
it
group
is,
of kids
'cause it's
puking, and I'm
only
like, what's going on
11:30
over there? He's
there,
like,
so,
oh, they're all
it's
kids.
probably-
They can't handle it.
As long as it's nice out, it's happening there in Gotland right now.
What you call it, Gotland?
Gotland,
Translates to goat land, basically. Goats.
it's a nice island. Got a cool old fortress.
It's a Swedish island. It's in between Sweden.
So is there any, there's no tropical Sweden?
No,
No, Sweden's like way more north than us.
Yeah, I
but
know.
they have like in the southern part of Sweden, it's pretty flat land. But like when you start going up, it's all hills, like
Gotcha.
like in Stockholm. But then it gets hillier when you go in.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy the tunnels, like driving through the tunnels through there, because it's mountains. They're driving, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
You're under cities.
It's like on the turnpike here. When you go through the Allegheny and, it's the
We have a
Allegheny?
lot of
No. This is like if they put like it took 75 and just put it under the city and popped it out, fucking. Like,
Yeah, like right
like-
when you went through, let's
right-
say you started like at Hazel Park, 8
Yeah.
Mile, and then you went through a tunnel and you're going underneath
Yep. And then
Detroit,
part of the
and then you
city.
come out at like,
you can
let's
come
say
out in different
Dearborn.
spots, but you can pop out the main. You could go all the way through and get the
Now
fucking down.
they have roads that go like underneath the city.
Yeah, they built that stuff like that because of the Germans.
Well, they also have the land for it because it's all
Yeah, but they built that stuff like
But now
that
they're doing
underground.
one right now that now it's, but it'll make it quicker
it's all
for
like
Pellet
granite.
to drive, and it's gonna. I think when it's finished, it actually gives Sweden a circle around, like a freeway around
Yeah.
Sweden. So it's gonna
Like an outer
it's gonna
drive, like
open.
it does in
Yeah, it's gonna open up a lot of congestion there, and it's
Yeah,
gonna make it
in the
over
city.
there. Because when Pellet told me, I know you guys don't know this, but before the tunnel was there, the one that gets to where we are, it was like you had to drive through the city all through this other way to get to Leadinga.
Yeah,
So it was
annoying.
really crazy when I think of that way now. I'm like, so everyone went that way, and then that's how I found out like
Right.
the bowling club that I bowl with. They a lot of the people didn't want to bowl on Leadinga because of how you had to drive. And then when the tunnel opened, I mean, it opened it up like big
Yeah.
time. Like it made it so much quicker and didn't have to go through town.
I mean, and the goddamn train. To be able to walk, like, to be able to say, oh, I'm just going to walk down to fucking John R. Or I'm going to walk to, because Woodward, that's a pretty far walk. But have a look, drive to Woodward, get on a train, and take it all the way into town.
Yeah, but they always have several options too. Like not just the train. There's the bus. There's the ferry. Like there's several options to get on. So there's always every 15 minutes you got
Well,
something
I mean,
leaving
that's
your
because
place
there's,
going
the
into
ferries is because there's water. We
Right.
don't have that kind of water. But, like, The
That's probably the
buses.
slowest option, right? The ferry.
Yeah, buses.
probably. But it's
buses
like,
are in the city.
But you can see the
buses
ferry
are by
coming, and you know you
me
can get down.
too. So
Are
you
they?
take the bus and it goes right to Roopstein, and then you just take the train.
Oh,
Or
really?
you switch bus and you can take a bus in this city too.
I feel like I've done every type
I
of
just
transport with you because there's times where we've
I don't
taken
think
the
we ever
ferry.
did a bus. There's always a
well,
train.
we do, but maybe next time when you come, that's when
And it's that same
the
$30
Leading
pass.
Abana is going longer because they're building a new bridge for the train, the Leading Abana, and now they're gonna make that go further out to. Now I know you guys don't know this, but actually to T Centralen, but it's gonna go like through U Gordon and all these areas.
Listen
there.
to you walking in the
I know, I know.
I know these things.
When
he's
you're
talking
there,
about.
you're like, those are English letters.
Yeah, but what do they say it?
Why
Right?
are they in that
T-Centralen is
order?
Right.
town center. Town center of Stockholm is called T-Centralen in their language. And Ugoden is the name of like an area of Stockholm. So their soccer
He's
team
got a
and,
shirt.
and hockey team are Ugoden. Not the one I'm
Ugoden.
wearing, but Ugoden.
Did you see that soccer game yesterday?
I
with
bought a
Detroit?
jersey and he was
What are
mad
you
I didn't
talking
get the
about?
one with the name.
Oh, you don't look at City
Because it
Detroit
looks funny.
soccer?
It's like DJ.
Oh, I want to go to a game actually.
Oh man,
We're
yeah, go to City.
Nice.
Go to
I heard they were
They're
nice.
Hamtramck.
well, they're yeah, Hamtramck is where they are.
I want one of their jerseys, man. Their
I
jerseys
thought-
aren't available online, but they look sweet.
But I mean, it's another professional team, so.
Man, that looks like a great time. They be having a great
I heard
time,
it was
man.
good there. We talked about it. Remember,
Yeah.
Steve? We were. I
And they're winning. They're winning.
I want to go. I want to
Okay.
buy a shirt too.
They're sponsored by
I
like
like
GMC
the-
or something
I
or
like
Chevy.
the-
Man, I don't know. This was by a lot of people.
Their colors are maroon and they got like a gold outline of the skyline
Man,
of Detroit on the jersey.
those guys.
Their stamp is like the.
Yeah,
They got a hell of a following.
I didn't even know they were, because they were supposed to get a stadium, but did they ever get the
So
stadium?
they can get like 20,000 people.
I think they're gonna try to.
They don't have a real.
I know.
They don't have a stadium, but I think they're gonna try to use Wayne State
But didn't they try to
when they're here.
get?
They packed that fucking place.
But
though.
they tried
showed
to
on TV.
bring a major league, like a football club here, right? But they
Yeah.
got turned down.
MLS?
Cincinnati and end up getting it. I think Detroit will get it soon.
Yeah, they will.
And that's gonna be exciting.
So these
I
guys
hope
just
they
play
play
like
it
a
like.
secondary
I hope
league.
they play it like let's say Comerica Park.
Wait a minute. Didn't Detroit have
The
a team
fucking
a few years
Ford
ago? Didn't Detroit have a team a few years ago?
They did.
Those
Yeah,
Steelers arena.
they had a team
They did.
a few years ago.
Yeah, they did that when it first started. When MLS first started, they had a team,
Yep.
something, and then they disappeared. Go back.
I'm good with this.
Were they the drive or something like that?
I'm good with this.
I don't remember. Look it up.
Where they played at Joe Louis Arena, right? No, I watched arena football once like that. I went into Joe Louis Arena.
Soccer?
watching-
Did you?
No, arena football.
Arena football.
Arena.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was like.
It's a real fast game.
Yeah, it was really fast.
Real fast. The guys that couldn't make it in the NFL and college guys.
But some of them, I think, were on NFL teams before.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what I'm saying.
yeah.
They either flunked out of it or
Yeah.
they retired or
Got their
they
3
or they
years.
get yeah.
They got their contract in,
Yeah.
but then no team wanted them anymore.
Then they got cut, you know, but they can say I was in the NFL
Yeah.
for at least one
So,
season.
but they still wanted to play. So they
Yeah.
played in the arena football.
That's what this USFL is now too. This new league. It's for guys that want a second chance at the NFL.
It's like what's that 3-ball league? The basketball one. You see some old. You see
that's,
Muhammad Rahum, whatever his name.
That's Ice Cube's thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's his
yes.
thing.
I've been watching that.
It's like, it was on yesterday. It was on
There's a
yesterday.
team in the
watching it.
'60s called the Detroit Cougars. That's what
And
I see.
they, I've been watching that, but you got a bunch of old people. But Rauf, I'm trying to think. Muhammad Abdul Rauf, I think his name is. He used to play for the Denver Nuggets in the early '90s.
Okay.
He's 53 years old and he's
He
playing
can still
in the
ball.
league.
He can
Still
still
playing
ball.
in I was like, damn.
He can still
I
ball.
can't even go out there and play. I tried to play in the league.
But you gotta remember, first of all, these guys were born with the gene to play basketball. They're huge individuals.
I don't. He's like your height, Muhammad Abdul Rahim.
My height, so what is he? 6 foot?
Yeah, he's about 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2".
Well, so what is
Yeah,
he?
the bigger ones.
He's a
Wait,
guard.
So what is he?
What is he?
Yeah, what position he
A
play?
guard.
He's a guy. Oh, they're big guards. Yeah,
Nowadays.
they're 6'4"
You
guards.
see him, he's got like white, he's so,
So yeah, he played a long time ago.
Tall-ass guard.
yeah, a
He's
long
like
time
6'5".
ago he
Yeah.
played, like, I think he retired in the late 90s.
Yeah, but all those guys keep playing.
20 years later, so he had to quit. Yeah.
If they're just playing each other at a gym somewhere, they
I
all play.
think of my friend Carlos, who's the one who played for the high school. Now he's like coaches. He played for the Globetrotter. He still plays. He still got game. He like
How?
posts on Facebook. He's got game.
Over under the years or age LeBron retires.
What?
He should be retired.
What is that? What do you mean over
Years
under?
he
What
plays
is that?
with Bronny.
Hold on. What do you
What
mean?
year? He's 38
Good one.
right now.
He'll
He's
play a year
what?
with Bronny.
38.
LeBron?
Mhm.
So Bronny
Okay.
can come out next
I
So what
year.
do you
think he'll
say?
play when his son comes. I think he's
So
correct.
3 more years. He'll
I
play a
think-
year with Bronny.
Well, he's got one more year. If Bronny comes out next draft, I think.
Well, he's got if he does 1 year in college.
He'll bring Bronny up.
He's got a.
You don't have to. You don't have to do a year in college.
Did they
now-
change?
you can go
now
Team
you can go to
Ignite.
the G
rules
League.
now?
You can go to the G League,
Mhm.
or you can go across seas. Like that's another
Yeah,
option.
come-
So you look at G League guys that get drafted, they're like all Team Ignite. Like there's one team in the G League that people get drafted from.
Because that's what it's for. There's one team. The Ignite is set there to bring on people who. It
To
has
just
some established people who
Whoop
are already
everyone
played.
else's
Who's
ass.
Team Ignite?
No, they don't.
They're a G League team.
G League, and it
That's
basically
where
it's set
Jalen Green
up.
came from.
So they have a couple guys. They have like some veterans on there, like regular people, but for the most part, it's high school kids can actually skip college and go play in the Ignite team, and then play with actual semi-pro. Like not everyone in the G League's a pro, but
This year, like,
some
3
But
players-
I
kids
think,
got drafted.
I
But
think
playing
some of
that.
the kids. I think one thing with kids who want to try the one and done. I think they think of the nil. Now you can get paid. in
Oh,
college.
it's
So
different
now they're like, now it's like,
NIL.
hey, now you can get an education
Yeah,
along
name,
with
image,
some
and
money.
likeness.
Which is only fair because they were getting robbed.
Yes.
They were getting
And
robbed.
you can't-
The university was making billions of dollars,
Yeah,
not
all the games.
millions.
Come on, look at
Not
that.
millions of dollars.
You think of just, I mean, they had that.
Handfuls
that
of white
thing
people are
about
gonna be
the Fat-
very
Fat
angry about
Five, how
that.
they brought. Look at what the fashion they brought in basketball world. They got nothing for it.
Nothing.
Here he's like, can I get $3 so I can get a cheeseburger?
Yeah.
He's like, hey, but hey, nice look. I mean, hey, we brought that, you know.
Yeah.
You're
You're
throwing
buying
this in.
Nike
Yeah.
because we're wearing it.
Yeah, now you got these black socks.
So now we're gonna
Hey,
get.
I was one of the people who followed that fad when I saw it.
You
I'm
know what
like,
we're gonna
"Damn,
get
that's so
back?
tight. I'm about to wear
They
some
haven't
black
done it in
socks.
like
I
10
could-
years,
some
but 2K college
some
basketball, 2K
baggy
college football.
shorts.
Because now they can pay them. Now every single person whose name, image, and likeness is used on the game can get a royalty from it.
So that
That shit was
Speaking of
popular as
Fat
hell
Five,
until they found out that
Jalen's done some shit.
they weren't
Huh?
allowed to
What?
pay out.
Jalen,
He made a school.
that's what I'm saying. He's done some good shit.
Who you talking about?
Jalen Rose, one of the dudes. You know,
Oh,
Fat
Fat
Five
Five.
is what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Like he's like dude.
Well, all those
That's-
guys really did stuff.
That's a wish list, dude. To like smoke a joint with that dude.
You think he smokes?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. He
Jalen?
smokes.
I don't know.
No, he talks about it on his podcast.
Let me tell you something. A lot of professional basketball players and football players.
They don't
smoke
have to.
weed.
Yeah, in
A lot
basketball
of-
they can now.
A lot of them. They've been doing it for long.
But I know, but they actually
I went to
made
school-
it so it
Most
wasn't
definitely, I
illegal to
agree.
do it. They
It's
just
really
don't
good
drug
for
test
after
it
their
anymore when it
workouts
comes
to go and get
cannabis.
Yeah, I went to
Eat
school with a
those
guy that ended up becoming a pro
rest.
basketball player. He played
Recruit.
for the Denver Nuggets,
Okay.
and then he went to Italy. That is a basketball team. right?
Yes.
Then he went to Italy and played,
Yeah.
and he smoked more weed than you do. That's all he off
You know
season.
why?
Obviously
Because he
smoked
had
a lot of
millions of dollars. If I had millions of dollars, we'd be smoking more weed than we smoke now.
We can't. That's impossible.
You'd be like Mike Tyson. with his
Did
friends
you,
rolling
did,
joints
you,
and
did you
stuff.
see what I said? We can't. That's impossible.
Yeah, okay. You know it's not.
I want to say it is,
Let's
but
win
yeah,
the
you're right. I know
790
it's
million
not.
fucking mega millions.
I mean, that's never
And
gonna
then-
happen. But
Then we can get a guy roll joints for us on our yacht.
$700 million.
so you get what? Half that?
So if I got $100
You
million,
get- if you-
my
if you
goal
want
would
total
be buy
payout-
a boat and see every island in the Mediterranean.
If you want total payout, it would be
And every
half of
island in the
that,
Baltic.
and then what? A third for
Go to every
taxes,
single island and stuff.
or 30% or something for taxes. So you end up with about 200 million in your pocket.
Okay.
Maybe 300 million. Yeah, you end up with about 300 million in your pocket.
I'm down. That's enough.
I
I'd
know.
retire.
A damn million is enough. What are you talking about? That's enough.
Well, that's the thing
I
is
need
if you don't
more.
know what you're doing with it, and I don't want to say I do, but if you don't get somebody to take care of it and put it in places, it goes away pretty fast. especially with
That
taxes.
kind of money takes a while to go
That's where I
right.
talk to Sam.
That's not no money.
I'd even throw my boss 10 grand and be like, have a hell of a Christmas party.
Could you imagine what that money would make a day just in interest?
They invest money.
You have to spend $5,000 or $6,000 a day,
Yeah, I know.
and you wouldn't even touch it. You wouldn't even touch the principal.
I know. It was something like you have to spend $100,000 a year to go through $1 million in 10 years. So
Yeah.
that's a
But
lot.
that's a million that's sitting there not doing nothing. Most people have money like
I
that.
might spend $1 million pretty quickly though.
It's making money off of something. You understand? Even if it's just a little bit that the bank gives you an interest.
I mean, I would spend $1 million pretty quick because I'd buy some businesses.
Yeah, I might want to buy some businesses right away. Is what I'd probably do.
I wouldn't buy them right away.
Try to spend $1 million on some businesses.
I wouldn't buy them right away.
What I mean right away, I
They
mean,
do their research.
Take plumbers
I
I
would
know who I like and respect and make them their own boss and give them a fucking truck and get
nah, man, you don't want to
30%
do
of
that.
everything they do for
I'm
life.
sorry, there's a reason. Like some people just aren't bosses.
Yeah.
Some people don't have the drive to keep themselves going.
Then build an establishment and hire a boss for them.
Yeah, you
Get all the guys
you
out
buy
there
a
manage
pre-established.
It's like a heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing shop, and just have 3 dudes, a plumber I like, an
The
electrician.
first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna get a non-profit first. That's the first thing you're gonna do.
Everyone's
get you a
like, this
non-profit.
thing with me being home, they're like, what day to do this barbecue? And I
Two of them
was
are
like,
no
this
family
one,
barbecue.
yeah, this one, this day,
That's
this
awesome.
day. How about this day? This, and no one's picked a day, so I guess I just chimed in because it's all for me because I'm here. I said Sunday is perfect,
There you go.
so they can all. Then they'll be like,
Everybody on the same
Sunday
page.
is-
Everybody be on the
Yeah,
same
'cause
page.
I'm like, Sunday's perfect. That's the day we're gonna do it. You guys are like annoying me with the fucking buzzing on my fucking.
So I know Mike and John get together usually every Saturday.
What's
Maybe
that?
Saturday would be a good day to get together, Mike.
Sunday because that's when Amanda comes back. Saturday evening is when Amanda comes back. So I would want Amanda to be there.
Oh,
So Sunday.
your cousins or your nephews still out of town?
Yeah, they're in Virginia.
Yeah.
So I want her to be
Virginia.
Anyways,
That's where I almost ended up being.
Oh, we're
so
glad you're here.
they released
Thank you. For
Phase
Detroit.
4 and Phase 5 for Marvel. Talk
Oh,
about realizing I gotta stay alive to 2025 now.
Bro, you got the best chance of that. Everybody in this room. You're like the healthiest motherfucker I know.
No.
You get up
I
and do like
definitely
yoga
not.
maneuvers and shit.
So,
While I slam an espresso and go to work.
it's just, it was exciting to see. Because they're doing like the 2 big movies in the same year. Because like Avatar comes out this year. You know, that movie from like 10 years ago and no one gives a fuck
That's
about
not
it anymore.
That was more than 10
It's
years
gonna be
ago.
sweet.
Yeah,
When did they come out?
this year, December.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then all the other ones are already done, so they're just gonna come out every
We
December
haven't
for the
done a
next
movie
5
in
years.
a long time.
I wasn't really that. Avatar didn't do
So
much for me.
he wrote that movie like 20 years before it came out, and he waited till technology could do it justice. You know, like he wanted the CGI. So imagine how.
Well, it's
sweet
all
it is, you know?
CGI, isn't it? Most
Like
of
he
it.
wrote the language and shit that they
A
spoke,
good portion of it. They did a
Yeah,
lot of.
religion and shit.
But that was
It's a
cool.
really imaginative fucking universe that should take.
But the
place.
movie did nothing for me. I didn't.
I mean, it's just a basic colonizer.
I didn't want to see it twice. If I don't want to see a
Patriotic
movie
people
twice, it
wouldn't
didn't
like
do
it.
it
It
for
makes
me.
like the humans look like the bad guys.
I watched Dune on my
They
way.
are.
I love Dune. Which one? The new one?
The new one.
I haven't seen the
I
new
want
one.
to see the
I
next
thought it
one.
was okay. I thought it was good.
How is it compared to the original one? Does it hold up?
I just liked it better. The original
It's
one
better.
when I was a
It
kid,
only
I
gets
just felt
started,
like
though.
I felt like it dragged on the when I watched it as a kid.
Well, yeah, because they were
But
developing
now
the
this one
character.
was quite.
Well, they split it.
This one was
So
quite.
it lets
So it brings
actually-
you up to speed. It lets you know everything you need to know,
Makes
but then
it
it
better
stops
being
it before
small.
it really gets heated.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing it.
Yeah.
It totally sets up for another one coming out. Though.
When does it come out? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Next year, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because
Not
like
this
you
year.
totally find out that he's the motherfucking one at the end. You're certain of it, and then bam, it's over. It's like now, what's the motherfucking one do? You know?
Well, that's what it's all about.
Exactly. So everything's gonna happen in the next one.
The thing I liked about that movie was it was ancient, but technically advanced at the
Yeah,
same time.
It's because it was the future, but it was on planets.
Long,
you know what I'm
long
saying?
time
Like,
ago.
It
in
took
a
place
long,
on other planets.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically, you know, another colonizer story, where you got a civilization that is more powerful the one.
Well,
the
you had
indigenous
So the
people.
new one-
indigenous people
Our
there
opponent
They come
looked
in
totally
and they try
different.
to mine everything.
Yeah, and
The
they
old one-
do whatever
Yeah.
it takes. To eat.
The spice.
And the
They do-
Harkonnen had done that for hundreds
But
of
you-
years. They ruled the spice.
That's
and
the
made them work
story
off it.
of Africa and slavery.
Yeah,
That's a story of everywhere.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know.
Mongolia was doing it when,
yeah. Everybody.
like every fucking.
My name is a slave name.
Civilization's done
Pittman
it.
is a slave name. It means coal mining slave when the British released us.
You
So
know.
my blood is Norwegian, so we were like bad Vikings. We were shit poor
Bad
Vikings.
Viking.
We got captured by the fucking British. So we were in Welsh coal mines.
They didn't
So I'm
die in
slave
battle.
Slave enough.
So no Valhalla.
So they
for them.
released us in the 15th century, and my name Pittman is a really common name amongst Black Americans now because a branch of the Pittmans that came to America, they came here 500 years ago, and within 100 or 200 years, they possibly became slave owners themselves because slavery lasted another 300 years after they were here.
Yeah, that's
So,
usually it happens
Every
a lot.
professional sport has a guy with my name, but they're always black dudes, and that didn't happen because they were released from the same mines as me. It could have, possibly, but they were probably owned by fucking white Pittmans here, you know.
Every time I meet a Carson, they're either a doctor or a lawyer or a big time entrepreneur.
Is it S-O-N or S?
So I don't know what they.
If it's S-O-N, it might be Swedish.
It says
Carson.
it is. It's S-O-N.
Is that a
it
Swedish
is.
name?
Well, he's
It's
mostly.
usually two S's, but it could be an English name too.
Well,
Is your name English?
when they did the me and 23 whatever that was.
We might have came from the same mines. 600 years
I'm,
ago, our fucking family might have been working the same coal.
I'm 37% German,
Okay.
23% Irish, and the rest is English.
Oh, wow. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
I can see doing that.
Because that's the thing about the whole situation is, me and you could have 98% profile that's similar in our genomes, and me and him might be 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's
We are
that
north, though. Like,
crazy.
our
It's
blood
like
is
it's
all
literally
north,
one
yeah.
chromosome or two
That's why
that
I'm white
actually
as
changes the
fuck.
pigment of your skin. So
The sun
it's-
is my worst enemy here.
That's how they figured out everybody comes from the same
Detroit is
mother.
a tropical
We all
city,
come from the
my
same mother. When you go way, way back
people. Yeah.
to creation, we all come from the
Tower
same
of Babel, right?
Well, yeah,
Tower of
exactly.
Babel.
We tried taking over.
So the guys who went up north,
Creator.
their skin got lighter. They needed a different type of hair for the cold, and it started to change. The ones that went south to Africa, they got darker, and their hair wasn't as long because they didn't need long hair. And the ones that went to Asia, it's crazy when you think about it, man.
how
So-
everyone evolved to their environments.
Yes.
It is fucking insane.
And I saw a picture yesterday of these Africans. They're half African and they're half Belgian, and they are like dark black with light green and light blue
There
eyes.
you go.
They have light green and light blue eyes and blonde hair, but they're dark. Crazy looking, man. Just crazy looking.
So there's more variation amongst individuals within Africa than any other continent on the planet. So there's more difference, and like that goes to age. To Africans must have been around a lot longer than everybody else because
Yeah.
they've been developing and changing and like, you know, altering for a long ass time.
Yeah, I guess
And
you go way back there. man.
Indians and Asians have older blood than a lot of Europeans. You know, a lot of Europeans came up from like southern parts of Europe to the top because the top was an ice age 10,000 years ago in our time. Like people didn't live in Sweden 10,000 years ago. It was fucking ice. They have indigenous people. There's a couple different indigenous people in Scandinavia that are like their version of fucking Eskimos.
Yeah.
They're
Some is.
yeah, they're reindeer herders,
And they're all, and the
nomads.
same in Alaska. You know, you got the Aleut
They got grizzly
Indians,
bears and shit. They got
and
deer.
they
got-
look just like Asians from Asia. They got the same brown face,
Got
same
boars.
eyes. They look. You can still see that they're similar.
So I went for a walk and I was in the woods and they were telling me, I told them their deer were cute and smaller than ours. They're like, yeah, but our boar are much bigger. So if you hear pigs, get the fuck out of there.
Get
Just start
the hell out
walking
of here.
back to the cabin. They're like, you don't want to fuck with them. The big ass European boar will come and fucking eat
Actually,
you.
this show I watch a lot. Some more news. It's like a YouTube show. has done ton, and they equate the Boers to being Republicans, but it's true stories. Like all over the fucking world, Boers are taking over cities in the South and warm places where they just
packs.
overpopulate.
They overpopulate.
They'll go at
fuck
your ankles.
things up,
With
man.
their
They
tusks.
do a lot of fucking.
And they fuck things up.
Oh yeah.
That was when I was with all the girls.
And they
with the
can be
flowers,
vicious.
Made our little
Yeah.
flower hats.
I mean, they can be vicious.
And
my little-
Midsummer, that's when I told
I made my virgin
AJ
girl
and
hat.
Lindsay to come to Sweden and come for Midsummer.
That's the best time for sure.
I watched that
Experience
Midsummer
the
movie.
maple.
Yeah, we watched a little bit.
That wasn't my experience at Midsummer in Sweden. It was
I hope
really a
not.
lot different.
I hope so. It was a ritual, like a basically this small Swedish cult
The old lady and man jump off where they get killed. I
Yeah.
was like, when I saw that, when
At
I
the age
was
of
watching, I was like,
70.
what the fuck?
yeah,
And they have a man and woman of every summer that get married,
yeah, and they produce.
and one of them has to be from outside the tribe.
Yeah, they bring in people from outside the tribe and they sacrifice them because they do this big sacrifice. Because
Do the people know they're gonna be
So they
sacrificed?
trick the dude into fucking one of their
outside
girls.
people don't, but the
I like how
inside
he
people
was-
How'd
do.
your round be all about?
I like how he was friends with them in college. They were college friends.
Yeah, it was college friends that he brought.
That's what they did. They sent him out. Yeah,
Looking for him, he probably picked them purposely. It was a
like he
gig.
was charismatic. Like who's not gonna go? When
We
a
don't know.
Swede
You
tells
didn't finish the
three of the
movie?
kids at the school, "Hey, we're going back to
Did
my
you watch
homeland
the
this
whole
summer,"
thing?
who's not
Oh, I
gonna say
didn't
yeah?
watch the whole thing.
Like
Yeah.
let's go back to your homeland.
They end up tricking the one dude that had, because it's the guy and the girl, the boyfriend and girlfriend. They end up getting him to actually fuck one of the kids and drop off his seed.
Yep.
And then she,
They want to keep him.
they give her a choice, and she becomes the queen of Midsummer, basically. And she chooses to let him fucking burn alive. They put him in a bear suit,
Yep.
like a live bear, like an old bear, skin bear. They put him in a bear skin, and they basically
So she
put
chooses
him in a
if she's gonna marry him or
TP
not.
with all the other people they killed. They fucking blood angel. They
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
they did that to somebody.
For the
and
gods.
They showed that shit.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
the
talking about?
gods.
The
Yeah.
blood eagle.
You gotta
They
please,
rip your
Odin.
fucking lungs out of your back.
But you can't scream.
You can't scream. The
Then
moment you
then
fucking
won't
make
go
a
to
peep, you
Valhalla.
won't go to
So
Valhalla.
now you're terrified. You want to know what real midsummer is? Real midsummer is everybody in Sweden
that.
goes out to
Have
the
sex.
bar all night long because the sun doesn't really go down because it's sunlight all day, all night.
Yeah.
But what they have, it's the longest day of the year. But what it is, in my
What you gotta do
experience,
is you gotta take a fucking sharp ass hammer and you gotta hack down the spine. Alright? All the way down.
Yeah.
So on a
spread
lighter
forward a
note-
little bit more.
I'm not.
And then what you do is you rip open the
You
spine.
spread
You
it.
can't say
You
that you can't
spread
scream.
the ribs.
you should show the
And
visual
then
over
what
here.
you
Do it to
do
Fox.
is
Uh,
you grab each lung and you stretch it over so it looks
That guy's
like
already dead by
wings.
then, anyways.
No, they
They're
keep
not
you alive.
actually.
They keep you alive.
And they say
That's a lot of pain.
if you're in that situation where you're getting blood eagled and you stay quiet, you will get to
Yeah.
Valhalla. But if
Yeah.
you cry out in pain,
I'm not
Yeah.
letting you blood eagle me.
That shows how
I'm not.
crazy.
anywho, I'm
I'm not letting
obsessed
that be
with
easy.
like old school torture. So sorry.
That just shows you how crazy we are as a people. That's why
So on a
the
lighter
aliens.
note-
That's why the
Yeah.
aliens don't want to fuck with us.
Because
really.
that's old school.
They're observing us, but they don't want to fuck
So
with
real
us.
midsummer is a day where the sunset starts at like 10:30 and lasts an hour and a half and goes right into the sunrise because the sun never actually goes bye-bye, but it like hits the edge of the
Yeah, it
water.
goes right. Go yeah.
So we did it.
And it's just-
So when we went to Rido on actual midsummer, we went out to that bar. And we were out to that bar all night. It was just a beautiful sunset. When we were on Gutland, the kids would like gather on the young people who are gonna go party. They would like gather on the beach because there's like a nice 2-3 hour sunset sunrise, and then after that's done and they're all together, they would go to the fucking bar and hang out.
Yeah. Places where the sun does that, where you have midnight all day and.
You were in Alaska? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I want to go in winter and go to
Yes.
like Peter and Petra's and.
So did you guys have the Northern Lights the same way?
Yeah, actually, I
Devora-
took the
Yeah.
seen Northern Lights this year.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
good with that.
up there, they're spectacular. They're just absolutely
And it's
spectacular.
like, I have an app that says when it's like the best time, and it'll
Yeah.
send me a message. It'll say,
A very good one.
like you have a good chance of seeing Northern Lights, blah blah blah. So
That's
we
cool.
we go by this like this dock over on the island, on the other
To
side of
watch
the
'em.
island. And then we
Over the
look,
water.
and then we see them. We're like, oh, and then they get brighter.
Yeah,
awesome.
when I was in Fairbanks is on a ridge, a series of ridges, and we go up on Chena Ridge, And when it was the Northern Lights, I swear, they looked so close you could reach up and touch them, and they were just so, man, you.
Just recently, you could see them from the UP.
Yeah. Well, you can't see them. You can't see all the colors and shit. You can see the.
Yeah. I mean, someone was able to see it.
Yeah, you can see
someone
it.
that I know posted them.
And in fact, I guess if you had a real good telescope, you could probably really see them well.
I don't. Well, I don't. I want to see them without the telescope.
So that's downtown Stockholm. That arrow is the island where he lives.
Oh, okay.
So there's islands all over. They call it the archipelago. There's islands fucking everywhere.
Yeah, that's like the Philippines.
The island's north of Stockholm. It
So
always
people
feels
go
like
out
we're
to
going
the
south.
archipelago.
How many islands?
Island.
How many islands is
Like
it?
300, right?
I think there's
In Stockholm?
thousands.
Thousand?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably 1,000 or more.
There's little
Look at
islands.
this shit, man.
Yeah.
There's some. You can take a ferry through
Yeah.
there, and there's some places that we got off that had a really good lunch.
So downtown is right there, right? And there's
Yeah.
the mainland and shit. They live on like the biggest, baddest motherfucking island in the
Right
middle of
there.
the
I
fucking,
see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's bad. It's
Look at that though. You got like the 4 riverways that come in and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
We see the cruise ships that come through.
Yeah, I did. I was meditating on a big ass rock, and I'm like sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear. I'm like, oh shit! And I look up, and it's just this giant,
Big giant
fucking
ship.
cruise ship. And
They're
there's
like
people.
sweet
Of course, there's people out
meditating on
there.
rock.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cool rock, man.
They're
It's
probably
a
taking
big
pictures
ass-
of you.
It's not a rock. It's a fucking boulder. Let me
Yeah.
rephrase that. It's
You're in
It's
some
something
meditation
big.
poster somewhere in some psychiatrist's office.
like you fall off of it, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
But it's.
I don't know if you'd fall off of it.
Yeah, I don't think you would either. It's not. It's pretty difficult, but you could, I guess. Maybe.
You can fall off anything. What are you talking about?
I guess you got a point. That's how it works.
If it's up high, you can fall off of it.
Mm-hmm. Don't jump. Try to see if you can fly on the ground. It's operated.
That's right.
Yeah, that's where we smoked weed all the time too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had to walk like fucking. It was like walking 3 miles.
Now I have to walk further.
The Swedish Death March.
I have to walk
Swedish
further because
Death
now
March.
everything is. The constructions are done, so more people live there.
They're
So
getting-
it's like need
Too
to
many
move
people,
A little bit
yeah.
more.
There's a lot because they're putting houses in on the other side too.
Yeah, but
There's a
did you
lot
tell me
of
it's only
them.
10 million people or so?
Just 10 million. In
Yeah, but a lot of them are in Stockholm.
like 2 million in Stockholm.
I know,
Okay.
but it's a small area.
10 million in Sweden. Yep.
And
It's
I
like,
think there's about 1 million or something, or
I'd say
in Gothenburg maybe 1.5 million. In Gothenburg and maybe 1 million in Malmö.
it's got to be the same size metro area.
No, I think Stockholm's bigger than Gothenburg.
So I
So
meant like just in
the
general.
longest part of our
Detroit.
drive was when we drove from Stockholm to Malmo, which is in the southern point of Sweden and right across the street from right across
the street, he said.
right across the river from
Yeah,
Copenhagen.
you can see. I always think when people always show that picture of like an aerial view of you go on this bridge, and then it's like kind of like a land, but it's a man-made land.
Yeah.
And then you go into the tunnel, and it's water above you the whole way. So it's like when you're going, it's just like you go. It looks like you're just going into the water because the water is
Yeah.
right above you.
Right.
And it's actually a picture. I've seen it on Facebook a lot of times, and that's what we went.
Is something burning?
Pizza.
No, pizza's in there.
Oh, okay.
Is someone burning?
Jesus, dude. Way to make me feel like shit.
So that's something. When we were in Amsterdam, I was surprised that there were pizza places everywhere. And there's like the pizza place that does the New York style. There's the pizza place that does the Detroit style.
Did you
like the
see a
deep
Detroit
dish.
style?
I didn't see a Detroit.
It
style.
wasn't called Detroit style, but there was. I
I
saw
didn't see a
Detroit
Detroit
style
because
pizza.
I would've got it.
I saw.
I would've
there
got
was
why
a
didn't
deep
you
dish
tell me?
slices. We saw deep dish slices.
No, when I only seen
But
the
there was
New York style. And I
there's so
didn't-
much American shit. Like Amsterdam was
Well,
like
New York style is
American
damn big
Yeah,
slices.
big slices. We have one in
American
Stockholm, and
fast
it's
food
just
everywhere.
like it. And I was like, no, I don't want to have it because I've already had it at home.
When we were walking around downtown, all their fancy stores were like American brands. You know, like
I guess that's everywhere.
yep.
Not all of it.
I was thinking we should get a company where we just buy nice polos and stamp like Oakland County names on them, like Birmingham and Rochester Hills, but they'd have to say like Michigan, USA, because they want to have the USA shit.
No,
Just
just make up a bunch of
West
those.
Bloomfield,
No,
Michigan,
just make up a
USA.
bunch of those Detroit against everybody T-shirt. Just sell out.
Made in Detroit.
You
Take
think-
made in
Detroit
Detroit.
against everybody. You sell out
Detroit versus the world.
Where? Where would he sell out at?
everywhere.
Not in.
On a fancy polo,
No
on
one
like
really
a fancy
cares.
sailboating type shirt. Dude,
I
like a
bet you
pastel pink
it
on
would.
like an eggshell polo.
I bet you it would. Detroit is known all around the world.
For sure.
All around the world, Detroit is a city that's
But
known.
not
Every
all
place-
known for being good.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that doesn't make any difference. It's still known. It's
like
still
90%
famous.
golfer,
That's just
10%
like
gangster.
Trump.
It might not be famous. It just might be known.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
Just make a brand that makes fun.
Every place I've ever been, they knew
They
about
need to be
Detroit.
like,
And one reason why is because of Motown and automobiles.
yeah.
Made you a pizza, bro.
Thank you, man.
No more bitching.
It looks good. I have been bitching.
Did you tell him no more
Everybody else has
bitching?
had pizza.
I'm sorry I didn't make a sauce. It's too hot to be roasting fucking for an hour and a half.
Interesting.
Because I roast the sauce.
So this is half a pizza? This is partially a pizza?
It's the good part.
Okay.
He says the good part. It's the part that you'll enjoy.
Bottom lip. So this is golden brown.
Yeah, well, I just can't wait till I go on vacation. I just want to get away from here for a while.
Where do you plan
Where
on
are you gonna
going?
go?
I'm going to Cambodia. I'm going to Cambodia, the Philippines, and Thailand.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Well, right after I sell my house.
We're at Thailand. Big time.
In about a year. In about a year.
Okay.
Yeah, in about a year.
Do you know where in the Philippines? There's a whole lot of Philippines too.
Yeah, I'm going to Dumaguete in the Philippines. And I'm going to Siem Reap in Cambodia.
Gonna do a little surfing.
No, I'm not getting in the water. I'm not getting in the water, period.
There's some
No,
crazy
fuck
shit out
that.
there.
No.
Go swim with the sharks in the
No,
Philippines.
not swimming with shit. They got killer jellyfish, and they got some kind of little thing to go up the tip of your dick.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah.
So you wear a condom when you swim?
I mean, it doesn't
Oh,
have.
actually,
It doesn't have
if
to
you ever seen that
everybody.
60. No, what was it? 60 Days to Wed. There was a guy who did that. He went to like either Thailand or somewhere over there to meet some girl, and he was like, she's like, oh, you gotta come in here. He was like the biggest dork. And then he was like,
Like,
oh,
I am
wait.
wearing a
He's like,
condom.
hold on, and then he's
I
like,
did not want to
and
get
then he put on like this little condom when he goes swimming.
Yeah.
no fish
He
in
didn't
my
want.
penis.
He's like, I don't want this parasite to go in my. In
So if
me."
I was her, I'd be like,
Hey,
like one rule.
That's
You
no
can wear
bullshit.
that,
It's
but
for
don't do
real,
that.
dude. This shit is for real. It's a parasite. You
No
don't do
underwear.
that. But you know, like if you're out in the outskirts, like in the province and up in the mountains, that's where they got a lot of waterfalls and shit
Fuck yeah.
that tempt you to go swimming in places where maybe you shouldn't go swimming.
Pictures of the
But
Philippines are beautiful.
when I was in Okinawa, I swam in this waterfall and like in the forest, and then there's just water that
Yeah.
came in there. I swam in that shit.
Yeah. It's all over the Philippines. Everyone, it's 7,000 islands.
Came
The
out of
Philippines
nowhere.
is 7,000 islands.
That's awesome.
They didn't get the normal rise because they didn't put it out last
You're
night.
not serving us.
Should I
we
help
did it
myself?
ourselves?
You good? What the fuck?
Hey,
the fuck
hey.
do I look like?
Hey,
I don't know.
Don't
I'm
tell
just
me.
thinking.
Look at you, come on. You're not going to serve.
like-
I cooked the bitch. I
can't
hope it's
wait
done.
till
I don't know if it
I-
is or not.
And I'm about to be like, fuck this motherfucker.
Oh my God.
yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're taking a food break right now. So while we're taking this food break, do not hesitate to subscribe, ring
Hit that
the
like.
bell,
Super hot.
Is it super?
blow the horn,
Feels super hot. Looks
subscribe.
super good.
Please subscribe. Help me. Help me.
You need to get a large pan going too. Right now, you got the small pan.
Careful.
So that's something you have to think about too, because convection oven's not going to be how you cook it, right? You're going to go with probably like conveyor, fucking
Pizza oven.
Pizza oven, yeah. Like the
No,
two.
fucking slab.
Oh, okay. You want a brick oven,
Yeah.
like a clay oven or whatever? The big.
Yeah.
Nice. Those
I mean, that's what.
motherfuckers-
I mean, if you really want to
You
make
just
an
turn it.
authentic
You just have the
pizza,
spatulas and
that's
you
what you're going to use. You know.
I like it.
I mean, that's just my idea. Maybe barked up the wrong tree.
So This is if I let it sit for
How many days?
hours.
Oh, hours. Okay.
Not quite 12, so 8 hours.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad.
In a fridge or out?
Out.
Yeah.
So it didn't really get the expanse it usually gets. The dough still tastes good. It's got the flavor of the dough. It's just more dense than I want it to be.
It is quite dense.
Yes. So
You know, more airy inside.
yeah, it usually airs up a little.
And so what does it? Certain things will do that.
Time. More time sitting in the pan without being touched. So if I let it sit for another, say,
2 or 3 hours.
3-4 hours,
Yeah.
it gets that automatic air bubble.
Air will get in there and
Yeah,
give
and
you
then-
more of
and
that.
then you get that.
Yeah.
So I have one more dough left. So I'll do it again. You just gotta tell me
Yeah, I
what
sure
day.
hope
It's
so.
definitely sours.
He said, I sure hope so.
I'm gonna do it again because this ain't right.
So growing up working in pizza, the dough would be out when we make it,
You're lucky
and then
that
before
you
we
don't
leave,
own
it
a
would go in the
restaurant.
fridge.
Because I do a little reviews on pizzas.
Well, you would hate it.
Wait till the next one.
He's experimenting
I'm
right now.
experimenting
Yeah,
with this. This
He hasn't came up with his final recipe.
Well, this
yet.
is the final recipe. It's just the process of getting the right.
I like the flavors though, and dense is my complaint too.
hours and
So it's
Well-
about getting the.
no, that's
It's about getting the right proof, the final proof right.
for the dough.
Yes.
Right, exactly. That's what
Knowing
it's
how
all
long.
about.
Because again, if I let it go too long, then it gets too much and it becomes different.
It's a different texture altogether.
Different problem.
Yeah.
Altogether. So.
Well, that's it. Like anything else, there's an art and a technique to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have too much water in your original dough mixture.
I think like the
Make
cheese
it with a little
and
less
that
water
part
and
of the
the
topping is perfect. Like,
quicker.
I'm glad you didn't put no sauce on it. I don't like sauce on
I
it.
don't either.
And the pepperoni choice was perfect.
Listen to it.
Pepperoni's a great
Uh,
flavor. It's
But
my
the dough
it's the
with
flavor of
your,
pizza to me.
A little dense.
Yeah, dense and it's like, yeah.
I know. I could tell when I cooked it. I'm like, that's not gonna rise like it normally does.
Yeah.
Because you've had it. It usually is about that thick. It's
A
almost
good
a
inch.
Jets. It's almost a Jets.
And this is
thickness.
half that.
I'd like it to be a Jets.
It's like a Jets thickness.
Mhm.
It doesn't taste like a Louis. It tastes more like a Jets.
Did you have it on Friday? Pizza?
You might have too much dough in there.
No. Friday we had
Damn, it would
braised.
have been great to have all of us have it.
I mean, if you
AJ
want, we
got
can
his.
call and order a fucking Louis.
No, we're fine.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was a fail. My bad.
That's alright, it's good still.
He thought that
I
was
do
a
like the
fail.
sour
He thought that was a
I
fail.
like the flavor of the dough. The flavor of the dough is sourdough.
Oh boy. What is this? It's a Sunday, right?
Yeah, it sure is.
Sunday all day.
I mean, I gotta set my. Oh,
Gotcha.
wait, no, I don't have to set my alarm for tomorrow or anything.
You have to set an alarm.
No?
You're on vacation, man.
I mean, normally you have to set an alarm.
Yeah.
What's that like?
What's that?
I've never had an alarm clock in my life. I've
Oh,
never had one.
Holy shit.
I can tell myself if I want to get up at 6:30 in the morning, I'll wake up around 6:15.
I always wake up before my alarm, anyways.
Rudy's just on black people time.
I've been like that all my life.
Just like I don't need a lot of sleep. I get like 5 hours. I'm good.
No, you're not. You need more. You need more sleep than
I
that.
think so.
You
You
do.
don't like the cones.
You do in the long run. You do. Maybe in the short run you don't, but in the long run, believe me, you do. You need at least 7.
That might be my weekend this 7.
You can slide by with 6, but you definitely need 7. 7 hours. You know, if you're sleeping for all 7, your body really
5
gets,
or 6 hours.
your body really gives a chance to rejuvenate,
Hey,
refresh.
Come on.
Because that's all sleep is. Your body's refreshing.
Yeah, but before I got my.
I don't even understand why we sleep. I really don't.
To recharge. So our brains can exist.
So our brains can clean out the fog, the mess. It's a lot of information you take in a day, man.
I slept for 6 hours.
It'd be like, imagine if you just let your computer constantly just
I like not
download
sleeping with the machine on.
everything, all the information in the world. You know what I'm saying? At some point you have to clean it out or it's not going to be efficient. It's not going to work right. It's going to clog up. No. No.
Well, shit, that'd be the best then.
No, I
Really
actually,
bottom
I cooked it too early. I should have waited a couple more hours.
It smells a little burnt. Maybe it does or something in the oven.
No, it was the cheese.
The edges.
Yeah, the cheese got
The
pretty
edges were burnt.
crispy.
Yeah, I smell. It usually smells.
That's a good
delicious,
indicator,
but
though. That's a good sign.
You know, that
so.
burnt smell is like takes over everything.
I told him I smelled like something was burning, didn't I? Didn't I
But
say
the
that?
dough wasn't. The dough was.
Yeah, it was good.
That's the problem. There was just too
But
much.
I didn't realize he put a pizza in the
So
oven
something about the
either.
density of your dough, though, like, is it the way that you proof it only, or are you using too much? Are you? Cause
No.
No, he's done it.
When I cook,
He's done it
I-
correctly before. He's done it correctly. A couple of times it was
Where's
really
that nice
fucking
and-
good
Show
and
him
had
the
good
picture I
flavor.
sent you.
It had
Okay.
good flavor.
No,
I'm
believe
not
you.
gonna look for it.
I probably had
Not
lesser
looking for
pizzas
it.
than anybody. That was my first time it was mostly put together because you
I think
made
it
me
was a
just the
fake
bread
picture,
before,
that's why I'm not
and when you
looking
made
for
just the bread, we had the same issue. I liked the taste, but just the bread was
Doughy.
half an inch.
Yeah.
He made it
Dense.
before
Because
where
it
it was
has, when it
perfect.
sits out overnight, usually like what I'll do is tonight when that pan's finished cooling, so by the time you guys leave, so in about
Maybe don't sit out. Maybe put it in the fridge, but give it 24 hours.
it's
Give it
already
a
been
full
in the
day.
fridge for a full day.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. It's done its fridge stuff. It's just when I pulled it out. If I'd have pulled it out yesterday at this time and had it out for that 12 hours, at least 12 hours, 24 hours, whatever, it's got to be over 12 hours. That's it. It's got to
What do
be
you put
over
on the
12.
pan? Are you flour or are you oil?
I definitely
What do
use
you put?
oil
Oil.
Do you use butter?
in the pizza.
But not in the pan?
No, because
Peter
butter doesn't
Pan.
really work. You have to use either clarified or it just doesn't work as well as the oil. Like olive oil works really well.
Yeah, I imagine it would.
So and it gives it a nice crisp. I made
We could probably do a really cheap
Big Mac
tour of
pizza.
Europe with just
It was
drink
like that
glasses and
deep.
shit.
I would like to do classes
Just go on like a week party
instead
trip.
of pellet driving. Just
That was a really
if
fun way to see it, but we should party through Europe.
we should
Yeah.
drink there while we're like go there.
We should save that for another day. Give me something else that's in that head.
Sorry, bro.
I know you got some other information in there. What happened recently that's mind busting?
So how about now we got Republicans, like 57 Republicans in the House that were talking about going back to that law from the 30s that makes not only gay marriage illegal but interracial marriage illegal.
All of that
So-
shit.
Holy shit! They want to go back.
So
to
we're
the
gonna tell
interracial
kids,
shit?
we're gonna tell kids of mixed race,
Of
which
course they
are
want to.
there's all sorts of kids of mixed all sorts of races in America right now. We're gonna tell every one of them they're illegal. We're gonna like make a new type of like social pariah, a new type of bastard.
Isn't that what they did in South Africa?
They did all of that in
The
South
fuck?
Africa. And then some.
How would Swedes feel about that? Swedes that'd blow their mind. Swedes would be like, "What the fuck, America?" Like,
You do realize that Sweden didn't get rid of eugenics until the 70s.
yeah, but they've been cool with black people marrying white people for a long fucking time.
I mean, yeah.
One of you is the lucky one that gets to try the strawberry.
Anybody want to try strawberry?
We grow
No,
tons
I
of
want
strawberries.
orange actually.
Pick an orange then. You gotta open it up though. You want to try strawberry?
No, I'm good.
We had a strawberry jam factory going earlier
Oh,
this
it's got a
spring.
Got a
chunk bug bite out of it anyway.
Mm.
Have
Yeah.
fun.
What were we talking about?
Watch.
What were we just not talking about?
What?
Am I the only one high here?
Love,
Yeah.
sex, and European
What were we
heritage.
just talking about?
How weed sucks in Amsterdam.
No, that's not what we were talking about.
Jesus Christ.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call a get high. And we're very high.
We should take the show somewhere. You should try to get people to give you donations in the show, so if you can get a couple grand, you can get plane tickets to go to like Budapest and fucking check out the fucking weed game.
Well, that's part of the plan.
Yeah, but that's like.
You'd have to go to Amsterdam first, bro. Check out the weed game. And Amsterdam's the
when I
one where
go-
you can get round trips around
You've never
$1,000
been to
because
Amsterdam,
Amsterdam's the
I've-
fly
I've-
into spot anyway. You
I've
fly
never
Detroit direct.
been out of the Americas.
But you've had weed from Amsterdam, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, people shipped it in for you.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
be safe. Our hub is Delta, and they fly directly to and from Amsterdam. So just
I
take
had-
Delta both ways.
Back in the
direct
day, I had
flight.
friends that go to Amsterdam and bring
You
shit
have to do
back
what he did in
because they weren't
Portland,
checking
New York.
for it back then.
Well, of course.
I'll trade you.
But how they
A piece of clementine for.
How do you do it?
the smell?
I'm good.
Huh?
Can I have a piece
The
of
smell,
clementine?
man.
Thank
How do you get
It
away
looks
with
so
the smell? It's just like
You wrap it.
good. Excellent.
You wrap
No.
it with some coffee
It's not.
grinds.
all right,
No,
all right.
Better in Sweden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how. I mean, that's how they used to do it.
Like American oranges come from Korea.
I only
Taste something
smuggled.
in there.
I only smuggled drugs.
That's
Weed in Canada from the United
Right,
States to
it's
Canada a
different
couple of times to Toronto.
GMOs.
So I used to trade weed
They
for
would-
hash
It's juicy. It's just
and drive across that border. Boy, when you cross that border, you'd be like, "Oh shit!" It'd be under my back seat. I took the seat out, put the dope in there, put the seat back in, right? You get to that border, and they'll tell you. When they tell you that, they
no
you're
dog,
fucked.
no dog.
You're
Don't
fucked.
sit, don't sit.
The butt puckers. We've been part of. They took us in once. We were young.
Did they find something?
No,
Okay.
no. They
I know
just
the guy who
fucked
had his
with us.
entire car taken apart at Sault Ste. Marie. It's all because we were coming back over the border and we didn't show them school IDs. If we would show them school IDs, it would have been easier. We showed them our driver's licenses, and I was from Detroit. One of them was from Minneapolis. One of them was from Chicago. We were from like major cities all over the
Drug
fucking
dealers.
Midwest. That's what they thought. So they
Drug
took apart his
runners.
Jeep completely.
This is the dumbest shit you ever heard.
No one got in any trouble, but when they're done, they're like, "Here's a dude you can pay to take all the parts of your vehicle and go reassemble them for you." Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's how it works. You're gonna go pick it up in town from the dude.
I want to do a walk on the Riverwalk.
Yeah, you should do it.
Detroit
I haven't seen
Riverwalk.
it yet.
I want to go do it.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking like doing it today.
Get someone off Grinder to
Today?
go show you the Riverwalk.
Look
not
on
like
his
you have to
face.
work.
Did
If you're
you
in
see
Detroit
the
though,
look
you're
on
gonna
his
have to take
face?
your gun.
No, that's a good idea. Do the
Let's
river
fuck
walk,
that.
and what's the other one? The cut,
Yeah, the cut.
The Quinder Cut.
Quinder cut.
I don't know what that is.
Dequandre.
It's the old DeQuinder Trail that Quinder
Says street
started
live
from.
on.
That trail.
Where the train track.
Used to be a train.
Used-
No,
Be a
I
train?
didn't know that.
It's just
Some
something-
guy-
Oh, see, it's a lot of that stuff. That's happened to you in Detroit
Became,
since you've been
It's
here.
like a walking thing.
I love it though.
You need to like rent a bike. So rent one of those scooters and check it out. 'Cause it's like
There are bike
miles.
lanes everywhere in Detroit now.
If you do
Almost all the major,
to the Riverwalk,
almost all the major streets have bike
that'd
lanes.
probably be
now.
fun though. Hop on one of those little limes and do the 8 miles.
I've taken the
fucking-
line. We taken the one time when we
and take
me,
pictures.
Hanu, and Pella went to go to a bar, and it was like the first weekend that they extended the hours and we went back, and we took the boat over to the next stop. When you got over from our Delenham over to the Freehaven, and we got off there, and there's a brewery there, Stockholm Brewery, and we went there and had some beers there, and then they closed early, so we had to find a place. But we actually jumped on one of those limes, or it was a bolt, and then we took it for like a little ways before we got on this bar.
So I was thinking, I was remembering pictures I was taking in Europe when I was walking around Detroit the other day. We had a job on Lafayette. It was like 527 East Lafayette, where the Hilton DoubleTree is, but it was the apartments above it.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried because it was like 18th floor suite, like 1804 or some shit. But then when I got there, it was like the most beautiful things. We had a nice big elevator, air conditioning everywhere. Like it's like I'll work in this building any day.
Yeah.
We did a water heater, and I was like worried that it was gonna be a pain in the dick. But like everything went smooth as hell. I'm like, man, can I have the 18th floor of a nice, beautiful building downtown every day?
Yeah, they got some nice places down there,
Oh yeah.
but it's just a downtown.
They're refurbishing a lot of the old buildings that could be
really nice.
refurbished.
I mean, like when we went to go to that Bucharest Grill right there on
It's
what is that?
basically between 7 and
Livernois.
8.
Livernois and 8 Mile.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hazy.
it was really, really nice there, and I was really surprised. I was like, wow. But the only thing they don't do, there's that little cross pass and it shows you like a person walking over. You're supposed to stop when that cross path
Oh yeah.
because the right of way goes to the person walking. And people just kept on going.
Yeah, but see, that's not a law.
It is, I think, actually.
No, not in Detroit.
In Detroit, they don't give a fuck.
No, in LA, that's a law.
So they
When
should
you,
put
when you
that
step
shit
off
there.
the curb, all things out.
Detroit, you
But
pull
in Detroit, it's not like
running a red
that.
light.
They
They're
need to
probably
just
gonna
put a
shoot
light.
It
you.
needs to, the drivers need to be more courteous.
Yeah.
That's the
Sweden,
bottom
you
line.
have to
You
yield,
have to
right?
stop. Yeah, you yield.
Yeah.
on
Swedes
those.
are really big on following rules. But
But
some
they,
do
hey.
differently here.
But
Hey.
today, but it was really nice.
In the in the Philippines,
Hazy, leave
there's
me,
you
man.
gotta run for your life. There's no traffic signals. There's no lights. Motorcycles are going like this, and you gotta walk through there. They said, never stop while you're walking, because the bikes go around
Yeah.
you. They said if you stop, you're gonna be hit.
They go bring bring, and when you hear that, that means
That's
they're coming for your ass.
Amsterdam. Yeah. Amsterdam, it's
Copenhagen
it's like
was the same way.
they're coming by you quick on this side.
Rudy, they would
They're
ride their
fucking-
bikes in crazy ways. Like they'd have multiple people on bikes, like riding side saddle on the crossbars, or
Yeah.
like little babies on the little handlebar
Yeah,
seats
yeah.
for babies.
Next to canals,
Huh?
where you bump your head, you die.
Oh yeah.
Die in shitty water.
I saw a kid on a back probably on his way to daycare, and he's like reading a book, like just on the back of daddy's bike reading a book.
And they be comfortable.
It's his normal day shit.
Over there in the Philippines,
Those Viking
the woman will have a baby over her shoulder. She'll be sitting behind her husband. They'll have another young one behind her and another young one on the handle.
Maybe in the Philippines, one of the
You're
kids is
gonna, you
smoking a
want to go
cigarette.
there? This is what he's gonna do. He's gonna go find himself a Filipino girl over there, and she's gonna be like,
Get it,
"I'll
Rudy.
be your wife."
He obviously
And then
doesn't listen
I
to
wanna
the
go-
show.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't listen to the show.
No.
I already got a girl over there.
Oh,
man.
good shit.
Tell her she doesn't need to work. Just the house is your domain. You can have it however you like. You can
But see, the problem is I'm not
put on
gonna.
that shit.
I'm gonna live in Cambodia, but it's only an hour and a half plane ride to Cambodia.
Our friend's sister, our cousin lived in Cambodia. She's, I've met.
Well, we'll do stuff with it.
I know it.
Yeah.
You know what? Alright, you two. Leave people be.
Hell yeah, Rudy. That's awesome.
See, I can
Yeah.
smoke in Cambodia. You can smoke in Cambodia. In the Philippines.
Philippines
not-
are crazy though.
Thailand too.
Philippines
Those are
are
the
killing
ones that are
people who
like-
smoke.
Yeah, they killed someone who did it for.
They made it okay to kill drug dealers, and then
Yeah.
like,
In the Philippines,
people
yeah.
who smoke
Yeah.
pockets are getting
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah.
They killed 20,000 drug dealers in like 6 months or something like that.
Crazy.
Genocide.
They just run up on you. They wouldn't take you to jail.
Well, they were getting
just
rid of
run up on
people
you
who
and
were
shoot
in
you
their
in the head.
They're getting rid of competition and shit.
If there was a question, like they probably didn't even, like half those deaths were probably just people who have to be
They made it legal for you to kill your
wrong spot,
competition.
wrong time.
Yep.
Now the dudes who sell drugs are rich as fuck. Now they're the only
But
dudes.
those guys are in power now, so hopefully things will change over there.
Good
luck.
Well, hopefully. Alright, that's
All right.
a good note there, Doc.
How long was that one?